there is a symbolic meaning of the story also. There are various ways in which these stories can be analyzed. And there is a symbolic story. What is a symbolism? This story of Vibhishana is our story. So Vibhishana is none other than Jivatma. So in the beginning, who is ruling Jivatma? Our ego is ruling us. This is how we begin. And who is this ego? Ravana. So, and what is the condition when Ravana is ruling us? The ego in us is ruling us. We become an island called Lanka. Island means what? Separate from the totality. Vyashti feels that I am separate from the samashti. The individual feels I am separate from the totality. This sense of separatedness is coming from our ego only. Main aur mor torte maya. The definition of Maya given in Tulsi Ramayana is I and mine, you and yours. Anyone who has this feeling is having Maya. So you live like an island. This is mine, that is yours. They are all different. I am different. So you live like an island, cut off from the mainland. This is what the ego does. It divides. So this is what happens when ego, Mr. Ravana, rules us. And what is the condition of Sita Mata there? Sita Mata means peace. Peace, blessedness, auspiciousness. That is Sita Mata. So what is the condition of Sita? Miserable. Meaning what? As long as we are ruled by the ego, we are miserable. There is no peace at all. Then what comes? A guru has to come into our life. Who is the guru for Vibhishana? Hanuman Ji. You see? Today is Hanuman Jayanti. So the glory of Hanuman Ji in this context is, he is the guru. He comes and clears all the wrong notion in Vibhishana's mind. Arey, Bhagavan accepts everyone. That's all what Bhagavan needs. He doesn't see whether you are a monkey or a Rakshasa. No. You have to just surrender. So is the guru who connects Jivatma to Paramatma. Fills him hope, fills him with inspiration. Clears all the doubts. And how does the guru do it? He himself is living that way. He himself is practicing it. So one's own life itself becomes an inspiration. That's how guru inspires Shishyas. Right. So then what happens? Once the guru has put the seed of devotion, then this Jivatma cannot remain under the control of ego for long. Either you are in the control of Ravana or you are in the control of Rama. You cannot have both. You cannot have two masters. If you are under the control of Ravana, then you are away from Rama. Rama and Ravana can never go together. They are the two opposite poles. So then Vibhishana makes this great decision in his life. What is it? I am going to surrender unto Bhagavan, the inner self, the Lord, and not to my ego. Till now, that's how he lived. Whatever Ravana said, he used to do. That's how we also live. Whatever the ego says, we do. But a time comes when he said, no, I may like something, but if it is wrong, I am not going to do it. I am here to please the Lord, not to please the ego. And what pleases the Lord? The path of righteousness alone pleases the Lord. So you have to separate yourself from the path of ego, which is called as a path of pleasant. Shreyas and prayas, two paths are always available. Prayas is the path of the ego, Shreyas is the path of God. Then what happens? Vibhishana separates himself from Ravana, surrenders unto Bhagavan. Now, ego is an entity which cannot be destroyed by Jivatma. Bhagavan alone has to destroy it. That's why Ravana is killed not by Vibhishana. Ravana is killed by Bhagavan's arrow only. Ego cannot kill itself. Just like I cannot decide the timing of my sleep. I may lie down. This example we have seen earlier also. I cannot consciously go to sleep. It's just not possible. I can only prepare myself for sleep. Ego cannot destroy itself. It is Bhagavan's grace alone which destroys the ego. Because every time ego puts forth effort to destroy itself, every effort is only an assertion of the ego. Ego becomes strong. Right. So it's Bhagavan's arrow. So what is our role? Our role is only to assist Bhagavan in doing this. Bhagavan needs our assistance in destroying our ego. He needs. Exactly like Vali Sugriva war. Sugriva's assistance is necessary for Bhagavan to shoot arrow and kill Vali. Sugriva cannot kill Vali. It's Bhagavan's arrow who has to do it. But then Sugriva has to prepare the floor for Bhagavan to enter and destroy the ego. That is all our role is in surrender. Right. And once that happens, Ravana is killed. What happens? Vibhishana becomes the king of Lanka. Means what? You become the master of your mind and the senses. Earlier it was the ego who was the master, but once the ego is dead, you become the master guided by the Lord. Means what? You become a master of your mind and the senses. You conquer your mind. Till then you are a slave of your mind and the senseless. Once the ego is killed, you become a master of your mind and the senses. As an ego, you can never destroy the mind, you can never conquer the mind. Not conquer the mind means what? Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. Nobody can conquer it, remaining as an ego. Devi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya. Mama Maya Duratya is impossible. But it is possible. How? Mameva ye prapadyante. Those who surrender unto me, yes. Maya metantaranti. Okay, once Ravana is killed, Vibhishana becomes the ruler of Lanka. What happens to Sita Mata? She goes back to Bhagavan. Sita means peace. That peace belongs to the self. So it has to go back to the self. Peace belongs to self alone. Ananda is the nature of Atma. They have to be together. If you're finding Ananda anywhere else other than Atma, that is duplicate Ananda, reflected bliss. All the worldly joys are reflected. It doesn't belong to the world, it is reflected from the self. So the true honor of Ananda is Atma alone. So Sita Mata goes back to Bhagavan. And where does Bhagavan and Sita Mata go? Ayodhya. What is Ayodhya? Where there is no Yuddha is Ayodhya. Yuddha means conflict. So a time comes when this self is realized, all the conflicts in the mind end. That is called as Ayodhya. So this is a simple symbolic meaning of the whole story.